Good morning, Dan from DJ Moore Lofts, and today we've got an update on our Victorian build. So this is the one that had a 4-metre head height to start with. Such a big space to play with. It's going to be a Velux conversion. We've got 6 UK08 Veluxes. So in the Velux world, that is a massive window, approximately 1400 by 1400, quite a big size. Lads are cracked on, got a few bits of timber left down on the ground. Nice busy skip as well, which is always nice to see. But let's jump up there and we'll show you, because I've just had a meeting for the last hour with the client over here, talking through all the wall positions, talking through Velux positions, sockets, lights, bathrooms, everything. We've kind of gone through the masses of details with regards to the layout and options that the client's got. But yeah, so this is our point of access for the moment. So you're in and out via here, but structurally, she is all done now. Oh. So, what a big space. Just a step back. What an area. So what we've done is this morning, as I just touched on, we went through all the positions of everything. So we've laid out timbers to show where everything kind of will go. This is going to be a dressing area, but we've got a nice UK08 in between. So we're going to have 600, UK08, 600. So if you can imagine off this section here where that pencil mark is, that would be the depth of the wardrobe. Same again on that side, and then we've got this nice big window in between that is going to flood this dressing area with natural light. This is our bathroom, which is 1800 wide by 3.2 deep, so a little bit narrower, but really long, decent space. Clients umming and ahhing about potentially putting a bath in there, but they're going to go away and have a little look at that. But same again, we've got a nice big window going in here. Into the bedroom, another big Velux here. So we've got 3 along that side from the front. And then we're going to build a whole new wall straight across that. So we're going to lose that chimney, unfortunately. But it makes sense with the size of the bed they've got, because their bed's actually 2.2. But that still leaves 1800 either side of the bed. So hopefully that comes across on camera how big that space is. Then to the rear, we've got another Velux. And we're actually going to have 2 on this landing area. So this space here is all landing. Now, next door, we always knew from day one that this build, with the stair position to work downstairs and up here, is extremely tight on this side. So we get our 2 meters, but it's almost you step off the stairs and then you're kind of walking straight into the slope. It's not ideal, but we've made the client aware of that first and foremost on both builds, because I mentioned both builds because we've done the one next door that you would have seen in the last video where we left a link for it. Now, the reason I say that is it's extremely difficult to put the stairs in any other layout downstairs, because the client didn't want to compromise the downstairs layout, which I can completely understand. So the compromise that we've come up with is to put those large windows in that space. So what that allows you to do is you've got an extra 8 inches of head height effectively, so it will give you a lot more beneficial space, as well as that, and it will lighten up the space no end. So if you can imagine, one big window there and another one here. The landing area here is still quite big. So what the clients opted to do is they've got this fold-out desk. So I'm going to mount it on this wall, and it's going to fold out and standing desk. Really keen to see that. I've never seen one of those before, to be fair. And then this is our stairwell. Now, we've actually trimmed this out an extra 150 mil. So we do have our 2 meters at that point, but we're going to see if our stairman can work his magic and try and get the winder at the top as tight as possible so we can get it back to around 800 wide, just to give us extra height at the top and less impact on the room below. But yeah, decent space. Greg's just starting to brick in all the stills now, getting them all bricked in, which is nice. And then you see over here, this is what we've just been talking about. So we've gone through all the positions. We've got bedside lights either side, sockets, can potentially have a reading chair in that corner, gone through LED light positions, hanging lights, everything. So we've kind of broke the back of all the decisions that are going to need to be made. And that enables us to then start doing all our first fixes. So our electrician will be in tomorrow to start the first fix. Plumbers are due here on Monday. So we can get all the pipe work in, which will then allow us to get all the floorboards down. And then we then can crack straight on with insulating. In amongst all of that time frame as well, whilst the lads are here doing first fixes, Darren and Greg will probably start putting all the Veluxes in. So we'll see a massive difference again with all the natural light up here. It was going to only make the space look a little bit bigger. So yeah, considering what we walked into roughly a week ago to what we're at now, we've done some great progress. We're not finished 100%. We've still got a few little structural bits to do. We've got to double up underneath the dwarf wall. So we put another stud directly underneath that will transfer the load, but we're just waiting on more timber to be delivered. Got a couple of rafters to just double up there, just from where our point of access is. But overall, she's near enough there. So yeah, great job. And like I say, we've still got some void space up there. It's massive. It really is massive. It's a big space. And like I say, these Victorian properties, they're just built to last. The internal structure is just so solid. It's really nice compared to some of the truss ones that we go to. But yeah, right. I've rumbled on enough. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.